Hello Slaters. As you are aware, we live on land. But do you think the land is uniform all over? No, the land is not uniform in size, shape or height. At some places it is high above and at other places it is flat. These variations on the earth's surface are known as relief features or landforms. So Slaters, let's learn more about different landforms and the cause for variation in them. Landforms of the earth. Landforms are natural features of the earth's surface. They are produced by the earth's natural forces of erosion, deposition and tectonic processes. Study of landforms. Geomorphology. Geo means earth, morphs means form, ology is study. The variation on the land is created by two forces, endogenic forces or internal force. Children, we live on the crust, surface of the earth. Below the earth's surface, there is mantle and core. The forces which are originated from within the earth are called endogenic or tectonic forces. These forces led to formation of mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys. When the internal force is upwards, it causes upliftment of earth's surface, causing mountains and plateaus. When the internal force is downwards, it causes subsidence of earth's crust, causing valleys. Exogenous or external force. The forces which originate on the earth's surface are called exogenous or gradational force. They wear down and rebuild the land surface. Example: wind, water glaciation, weathering agents, etc. Slaters, we have learnt how these forces act on the earth's surface and endogenous forces led in the formation of landforms. Mountains. Slaters, do you all know what are mountains? Can you name few? Yes, mountains are huge land masses which rise more than 900 meters above the mean sea level and have steep slopes. Example: Himalayas, Ural, etc. There are different types of mountains based on their origin. Four mountains. Children, you all might have noticed when force is applied from one side or both the sides on a piece of a cardboard, it forms upwards and downward folds. Similarly, fold mountains are formed by the folding of the earth's crust when two horizontal layers of the earth's crust are folded due to compression. When two plates move together, the movement of the two plates force sedimentary rocks upwards into a series of folds. Fold mountains are formed along the edges of the continents. Example: Himalayas. There are two types of fold mountains. Young fold mountain. The mountains that are formed 10 to 25 million years ago. They are very high, uneven, have pointed peaks, steeper and deep slopes. They are covered with glacier or snow. Example: Himalayas, Andes, Rockies, Alps, etc. Old fold mountains. The mountains that are formed 480 to 200 million years ago. They are subjected to denudation, that is surface removing, to weathering agents. They are lower in altitude or height, have round peaks and gentle slopes. Example: Aravalli, Ural, Appalachian, etc. Block mountains. Block mountains are formed due to the faulting cracks in the earth's crust. When the block or earth's crust between two faults is pushed upwards and the blocks on the either sides are pulled down, or sinks or subsides downwards, the block mountains are formed. The blocks between the two faults is raised above the surrounding level, forming block mountains. Example, Vindhya Mountains. Rift Valley. Rift valleys are also formed due to faulting. They are formed when the land between two faults sinks or subsidence and the raised block forms black mountains. Usually, they are long, narrow and very deep. They are bounded by block mountains. Example, the Great Rift Valley located on the eastern part of Africa. It extends from south to north. Volcanic mountains, also known as mountain of accumulation. They are formed by the erosion and deposition of lava. The lava accumulates around the vent or opening of the volcano and forms a tall cone-shaped mountain. Example, Kilimanjaro in Africa. Slaters, till now you all have learnt about mountains and different types of mountains. Are these mountains useful to us in any way? Yes, mountains are useful to us in many ways. Mountains act as barrier against cold and hot winds. Many rivers originate from them. Example, Ganga from Himalayas and flows throughout the year. On the slopes of the mountain, pastures or grass can be grown for the cattle rearing. Mountains are rich reserves of minerals. During summers, they serve as tourist spots and health resorts. Mountains have abundance of forest.
Dear children, we will cover the topic in the next video session.